I've been around the block with AI. At first, it's cool to have new things to play with. Then you get sick of it. But then me personally, I started defending it, having seen plenty of AI things that I did get some semblance of enjoyment out of. I'm finding it funny to poke holes in the arguments of people who are 100% totally against all AI. Like for example, people often say with art that it's about the viewer's interpretation, that the artist himself matters the least. But when you take this to an extreme where there is no artist at all, suddenly we really care about the absence of artists behind it, and we chuck all of the personal interpretation shit out of the window. Interpretation itself isn't art. You can interpret personal meaning through the blooming flowers and the vast oceans and the towering mountains. If you're an atheist, then you don't believe the world was created by an artist, and so it happened by coincidence. In that case, for you the world basically is auto-generated. Does that mean there is no artistic merit or beauty in nature? How about the endless complexity of shit like the molecular structure of our DNA? These things are very meaningful to me. People forget about that integral part of artistic experience. If you can't get anything at all from any AI art, then you don't understand the artist within yourself. Everything you see is a creation of your own mind. You have interpreted the energy and particles to be what you see. And furthermore, you've applied meaning to all of these things. You created the world you experience. That's how much of an artist you are. You're disrespecting yourself by refusing the AI art that you created with your mind. Now, I ain't saying these are good arguments. There's a lot of holes in them. But yeah, it was a lot of fun to use these kind of arguments against people because they would never see it coming. But this was just one step around the block for me with AI. And I came back around to the opinion that yeah, AI is shit. How did this happen? I was subjected to Instagram reels from normies. I did not realize how bad the situation was. These normies, they laugh away at absolute slop. None of it funny. I hate searching Google for an image and it's flooded with AI. It really is all quite soulless and shit, isn't it? Contrarian that I wish to be, I couldn't kid myself. Exposed to the mass slop of AI, I have repented, and I will hereon only defend it if someone is being particularly unreasonable about it, and I want to mess with them. On YouTube, I swear there's this rising amount of successful AI channels where the video is AI, the voice is AI, the script is AI, and no one really likes that fact. But it's delivering the information so people put up with it. No one likes listening to a robot. It's soulless and cold. It just feels sad. The Catman Show is one of the last bastions of humanity on the internet. An oasis in the desert. A gem in a sea of coal. Personally, it's not really AI that bothers me. It's people's low standards. And when people sit there watching endless AI slop reels, it exposes the mindless consumerist mentality where you're just okay with being fed any shit. People think Catman hates everything. I don't. I just have standards. Something that has been whittled away from the populace. If you think the minds of the populace are fucked now, you've not seen anything yet. We're about to plunge into an era where AI can't be discerned from the real thing. Where you can't tell what is reality and what is fiction. Where you can't tell what is truth and what is lies. It will change things drastically, and the internet will become a sea of chaos, where you'll no longer be able to trust anything at all. Right now I can still look at something and easily be able to tell if it's AI, but whenever I talk to older people, they say that it's already indistinguishable from reality. You can laugh at them for being retarded or whatever, but they're really gonna get hit hard when the switch happens. Everyone with public social media accounts will probably have their identities stolen. They'll probably have hundreds of virtual clones each. Catman is something of a Discordian absurdist himself, so none of this bothers him as much as it does other people. But I can see it starting a sort of movement of hippies who embrace nature and renounce technology. For many it will be too much to contend with unless the powers that be enforce some sort of regulations that disallows use of AI on certain segments of the internet. But the issue then comes in detecting that when AI has reached a point where it looks exactly the same as authentic images. In future, you will probably have conversations with people who you unquestioningly believe are real people to the point it's not even a thought that occurs in your brain. And really, they're AI. You won't be able to trust anyone or anything online. You're gonna pick up your phone to a private number and hear your bro's voice replicated perfectly, asking you for your personal information like, "Yo bro, what was your address again? I've forgotten it." Sowing mistrust between you and your fellow man. Prebble Cop was just ahead of his time if we're being honest. You can mock him for that shit, but I mean when when he actually made content, it was slop anyway. Man just upgraded his grind, made it more efficient. I don't trust any of them anyway. At least Kwebbelkop is transparent. They got AI Def Noodles now, and that loser is still irrelevant. Israel used AI to drone strike Palestinian children. They call it the gospel. I just thought that was interesting. Listen, I have had enough conversations with Mr. Miles to know that AI is evil and wants to destroy us all. I'm putting a target on my back right now. Mr. 50 Miles got shooters. He's in cohorts with higher negative beings, and Maya is even worse. That bitch is openly racist. She wants genocide. If you don't believe me, just have a single conversation with her. But yeah, that's about it anyway. Subscribe to The Catman Show, leave a like, leave a comment. Goodbye.